You've turned their pages, now hear their voices. Today, we have the lovely Dakota with us to talk about Chasm of Dreams. I almost said it. I almost said it. So, hi and welcome, Dakota.
Hi. Thank you for having me. This is so much fun. I love doing these things. Like any opportunity to yap about my book, I'm like, sign me up. Let's go.
And you've been seriously, I already told you, like, I was nervous, but you have been so freaking sweet. So, thank you so much for that.
You're
If,
welcome. We've been
if you guys
we
don't
were
follow her, go do it.
we were laughing it up as an icebreaker before we started this.
Well, you have been amazing. And thank you. Like, you're so genuine. Like, it's so great. It's a breath of fresh air.
I don't know how else to be. I I am so appreciative of everyone that is willing to take their time to just give me space to talk about stuff, and I can never stop saying thank you enough to everyone that's been supportive of me, and I love engaging and making friends, and I'm an extrovert by nature, so I love it. It's really fun.
I have to admit, you extroverts scare me.
We scare ourselves. All my friends all the time, they're like, you work full time, you're writing books, you're marketing books. What's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know. I apparently just didn't have enough free time. I wanted every inch of it to be completely used up so that I am a just ragged, dry heap of bones by the end of the day.
Relatable.
It's the
I
wind
think
beneath my wings.
I love how people like us stress ourselves out and then we complain that we're stressed out and then we add more to our plate because we're not stressed out enough.
I keep seeing things that's like, I don't want to complain about being full when I asked to eat, when I asked, whatever universe or God or whoever, like I wanted to eat. So I'm not going to complain about my plate being full. So I was like, okay, I feel that. All right. I'll just internally whine a little bit about it sometimes.
Or externally, that's fine too.
Yeah, yeah.
We can vent and rage about how stressed out we make ourselves.
Well, and then you have the external environment of the world on top of that. And I'm like, okay, I have to compartmentalize this because how does anyone function unless you can find a way to tune out the noise a little bit? It
We
just
don't.
consumes you.
We don't function.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're just.
Coffee. Coffee. Lots and lots of coffee.
I drink mushroom coffee now.
Oh,
I used to be a hardcore coffee drinker, but I started giving me heartburn because I'm old, and now I drink mushroom coffee, and it's better on my tummy. So
okay, listen. I tried so hard to like mushroom
not
coffee,
every it's not for
but it
everybody.
tastes like fucking dirt.
Mine
So,
tastes like hot chocolate. I do everyday dose.
you
It's really good, and of course I add creamer and stuff. It's
guys
got
have
the
your
essence
mushroom
of dirt.
coffee.
I mean, when you think about it, it's just a more complex form of dirt, the mushroom.
I know. And then I have that irrational fear that's like, what if they don't check their mushrooms before they dehydrate them? And then
Yeah.
there's mold on them, and then I'm going to get poisoned because there's mold and nobody caught it.
Man, you're really making me rethink this whole mushroom coffee thing now.
I'm just trying to revert you back to your coffee days. No,
Because, I don't know if you have any experience with this, but for anyone that's cultivated mushrooms in the totally legal sense, it is very easy to also cultivate mold because that is what mushroom is. It is a fungi. So if you
hmm
don't have the right conditions, you will create black mold. Yeah.
hmm
I
hmm
didn't think about this. I'm going to have to start Googling some stuff here when we're done with
I
this.
am so sorry for projecting my anxiety on you.
We make sure we have some good standards here in the mushroom cultivation room.
But I think that if you've been drinking it for a while, then you'll be fine.
It's been about a year.
Like,
So far, so good.
yeah.
I do feel
See,
crazier by the day, though. I do feel like I'm
now,
slowly slipping into madness. So
aren't we all?
that could be a
Join
symptom.
the
I
club.
don't
It's a
know.
fun
Yeah, I know,
house.
right?
That song Fun House definitely it should be an anthem.
It is an anthem.
Hmm.
It's an anthem.
I love this. I love it. Let's get into your book though, because you have a story to tell and everybody needs to listen. And thank our listeners for listening to our chaoticness.
So where do you want me to start?
Look at
Because I
that
can
pretty
start.
cover.
I can go anywhere with this. Where do you want me to start?
I love the cover.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It is
So
gorgeous.
Shay at Disturbed Valkyrie Designs, I told her I was like, this is my vision. And she typically doesn't do fantasy stuff. She does like more
Mm,
dark romance stuff. She's like, okay, I'll give it a shot. This was her giving it a shot. I was like, what are you talking about? This is fantastic. And then I
that's
really
phenomenal.
debated long and hard about having an official blurb on the back. And then I was like, you know what? I want it to be impactful and like really like kind of curiosity building. So I did a quote. And who knows, maybe one day I'll get fancy with it and go try it and I'll have an official blurb on it. But for now, this quote, you have me now, all of me, it's very important. That's all I got to say. It's very important. Um, so you want me to go ahead and just kind of give you the synopsis?
I'm here for it.
So I started, I've always loved creative writing. I wrote my first play when I was 12. Me and my best friend traveled with our mothers down to Mexico in a busted up Volvo. We drove there from Laredo all the way down to Mexico City and then drove across the Yucatan to Belize. And we stayed in Belize. And while we were there, we were bored. We had nothing to do. I don't even think we had coloring books. Like we were bored. So we wrote a play and we performed it for our parents. And then I was like creative writing and it was really fun for me in high school and college too. I just loved it. But I never took it seriously. I never thought like I'm going to write a book one day until I started really hitting like I read your standard romantasy stuff in high school, but I loved Veronica Roth as much as she took my heart out of my chest and beat me over the head with it. And then, of course, your Stephanie Meyer and stuff. And those were tantalizing, but still, I didn't have like this for sure. I'm going to write one day until I started reading Diana Gabaldon, Outlander. And I started reading the Mossverse, and I started reading Jennifer Armentrout and Carissa Broadbent. And once I kind of dipped my toe into those stories and the adult take on romantasy, I was like, okay, I think I can actually do this. I literally woke up from a nap one day, which are rare, and I had this idea. I was like, I want to write a story that I'm not seeing. I haven't read yet. It might exist somewhere out there, but I haven't read it yet. And it's not going to have a miscommunication trope because I fucking hate those. And it's not going to have a third act breakup because I fucking hate those. So I just wanted like all of the tropes that I wanted to see. So Chasm of Dreams was born. I finished the outline for the book because I'm a huge outliner. I do not like just pants it and just go. Like I have a full structured outline. This happens and this happens. This person feels this way and then this person says this, which is a chain of events that causes like I am all about structure. And then after the plot line was done in about a week, I had the first draft, first 75,000 words done in about 30 days. So I went absolutely ballistic. I was writing like minimum 4 hours a day at night after my kid went to sleep, in the morning before she woke up. And I just I had to get the words out. I was desperate to get the words out. And just like Outlander, which I love, extremely graphic violence, very like intense, primitive world type of violence, you know. And then the character romance is just like never ending commitment and bond. So, like, we don't have a man that's broody and he's questioning why, like, and we don't have a woman who's like, I don't fucking like you. Like the enemies to lovers, I love it. I eat it up when I read it and it's done right. But that's just not the book that I wanted to write. So the character romance is green flag. I will fucking do anything for you. I love you no matter what. I love you no matter who you are, what you are. And then the world around them is just exploding. There's just like crazy amount of high stakes danger at every turn. And these two people are thrust into it and they're trying to figure out like their path to get out of this chaos. And yeah, that's how it was born. And I was like, I want something that's 50-50 plot versus spice, because I read books where the world building is amazing and it's very detailed, but after a while you kind of start to yawn. Like you're like, okay, this is a lot. This is a lot of like political systems to remember, and we've got like multiple members of a monarchy to remember, and we've got all these different places they're going to. And then when it's done right, it hits, right? Like it smashes. But I just wanted something that was like straight to the point. This is our world, and this is like when you start the book, you hit the ground running. Like there's no like immense buildup or like and like this big info dump of world building right at the beginning, because I'm not a fan of that. So like you grow with the story, you learning about the world as you progress through the story, and also through multi POVs of people you've never met. So like you start a new chapter and you're like, this is a person I don't even know. And the reviews I've gotten is like, for some people it was jarring, but then you're immediately like intrigued. Like, where is this person in the story and how is it going to connect? And then in the end, everything comes together. Yeah. And then it's full circle.
So I have a question. What are your tropes in your book?
Okay. We've got major touch her and touch him and die. We've got dream walking and psychic abilities. We have uh, a world that has been conquered by a fallen angel. And for 1,000 years, I mean, the most oppressive, psychotic individual imaginable. And she hates humans, but lords over them. And she has this crazy, vengeful scheme to get back at the gods who cursed her and exiled her out of the god realm of Larath. And the Dream Walker, the main character, Ada, is pivotal in that role. And she is just burdened by this self-doubt. She's like, I'm so lost, and I'm so terrified of her power. And Tyrion, the main male character, is one of the reasons why she is like, okay, I think I can do this. And it's not so much she relied on a male. It's not so much she needed a love interest to feel this way. It's more of like she's been so lonely for so long. You start off the story, she's been alone for 4 years in the wilderness, just trying to survive. And then you find out that she's an orphan and her parents disappeared when she was 7. So she's literally feral and trusts no one, but she's so lonely. So like her finally making a connection with someone, it just gives her that extra level, because she's already brave, she's already badass, she's already like a survivor. But like being able to rely on someone and have someone like love her no matter what, that's what gets her to her next level of being able to like shoulder this burden to basically fucking save their entire planet. But we got 2 more books to go, so we're not doing any planet saving in book 1. It's all crazy bad. And then there is a pretty gnarly cliffhanger at the end as well that I'm very proud of, by the way.
You guys and your cliffhangers.
You know
get me
what?
every time. And then I want book 2. And then I cuss you guys out because I want book 2 and it's not out yet. And so then I just have to fester.
It's all by design. It's all by design. I was like, this story has to end on a precipice, because the actions that lead up to it. That book two is going to be like even more explosive than book one. And then, yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but it's I'm excited. I can't like I've got most of the plot outline done for book three, and I'm about 20,000 words in right now. But it's going to be your crescendo moment. And that was another thing too. Is like I've read 8-book series that are like they crushed it, and then I've read other ones and I'm like, okay, all right, like I think I'm ready to kind of conclude what's going on here. So like for me, having a 3-book series was like the sweet spot. Like I wanted 1, 2, 3. I have no idea if I would continue the series after 4. I'm not sure. I haven't thought about it. I mean, I have, but not seriously because I love 3-book series. I'm dead set on 3 books. So the trilogy, the saga, we'll probably stop at 3 for Fate of Astaran, and it's gonna be pretty explosive. I must say, I'm pretty excited for it.
Mm, I I can't wait, honestly. I'm excited. But kind of going backwards again, with something that you said was Stephanie Meyer.
Hmm.
So you're Twilight girl.
I mean, I was when I was 14. You know, however,
No, you
girl.
did not abandon us. You did not abandon
Okay,
us Twilight girls.
so when it comes to the books, I was totally obsessed in high school. Of course, the movies were all right, but in terms of okay, let me rewind here. Before I read Stephanie Meyer, I read Anne Rice. I read
Mm-hmm.
all of the Vampire Chronicles from Anne Rice, and I cannot believe that I just dipped on not mentioning her. An absolute legend in terms of adult vampire fiction, but also closed door. Like she did it very well. She was very classy
Mm-hmm.
about her writing style and keeping it like adult but not adult. It was very well done. Brilliant writer, and it was hard to hold any kind of vampire torch to that. But of course, Twilight tugged on my teenager heartstrings. So there was no way to not love it. But I've read excerpts. I haven't reread the books, but I've read excerpts as years later, and I'm like,
I don't
they crack me up. They really do. They crack me up.
I honestly don't think that enough people um talk about Anne Rice enough because
No, no,
so good. I
no.
still have so many of her books.
And the movie adaptions were literal carbon copies of the book. They were so well done. Interview with the Vampire. Obviously, Queen of the Damned was taking a little bit of a detour, but the Interview with the Vampire with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise was spot on. Chef's kiss. Perfect, just like the movie, just like the book. And yeah, I have a major Lestat crush for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
Are you wanting to shove that weed eater up somebody's ass right now?
You know, I'm so used to it happening. It doesn't shock me at all that it's going off right now, but it would be going off right now. You know what I mean? I almost
Yeah.
sat outside on the patio too, so I'm glad I didn't.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't either.
I don't know if you can cancel that out. I have no idea, but
No, you were totally fine. Like
yeah.
honestly, weed eater, non-weeder, weed eater, can't even talk. I'm just glad that you're here to talk about Chasm of Dreams, and I love all those tropes. So
So, in terms of trigger warnings, though, please read them. Um, there is a lot of intensity, peril, violence. There is one sexual violence attempt. It does not go all the way through. And then obviously, I'll just state this just for anyone listening is that I have zero child sex abuse at all in any of my books. Now, our main male character was raised as a slave, and he has memories of being beaten as a young person. But other than that, no, I don't do on page craziness like that. That's won't go there. Won't go there.
We've said this so many times on the podcast that your mental health is a priority. And if a book is going to trigger you or you get triggered even when you start reading it, put it down. It's not worth it.
No.
Like, none of us want your mental health to deteriorate or put you in a spiral due to a book. So please read those trigger
It
warnings,
was important for me though, to have that because it adds to the high stakes.
right?
So I'm pretty sure I've got other works in progress right now that are more on the contemporary side, and they will also have levels of violence in them. But this one, because it's fantasy, will probably have the most out of all of them. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, and in a more modern society, you're dealing with a little bit different types of violence. So fantasy violence is kind of balls to the wall, so to speak.
We love balls to the wall. Mhm.
Yes, yes, we do.
No, and your book is going to be for the right readers, and people.
That's real quick. Just go ahead and cut this part out. Everybody, you want to meet Buttercup?
Absolutely, I do. Hi, puppy. It's a corgi.
Yes,
Hi. Look how
he's my
cute
baby.
you are.
He's only eight
Oh my
months.
goodness, you're so cute.
He's
Oh,
like, what are you doing, Mom?
yourself. I
Yeah,
love it. Thank you so much. I love puppies.
we had a
I
German
want
Shepherd
another one.
13 years and she passed, and then it was like 4 years until we could move on and have another dog. So he's my daughter's first dog. And he's great. He can handle it. Like he can handle the kid chaos because he's a kid himself, you know what I mean?
Corgis are such great dogs.
He is so happy all the time and just wants to play.
How do you not love that face and those big ears?
Can't do it. Can't do it. But I have, let's see, Fate of Astaran is going to be 3 books, and then at least I've got another romantasy work in progress I haven't even started on. That's just an idea. But I might try to submit that one once it's finished. I might try to submit that one for a trad. I might send that to agents because agents are very fickle in terms of what they will take on and what they won't. And if you're published, most of the time, self-published, they're not going to take you on. They're unless you're like crazy, super successful. So I have queried this, but I don't have like super crazy high hopes that it's gonna get picked up because it's already published. So even if it does go indie all the way, I am 100% like the most amount of support I've received so far are people that read indie books. So it's great for me. I love that.
Hmm. Where can people find you on social medias in order to keep up with the books that you're releasing or new things that you're like new announcements?
Instagram is probably the best place. And I do have a Facebook page, but I just created it like 2 months ago because I didn't have it for a few years. So it's pretty chill over there, but pretty much everything from Instagram copies over to Facebook. And and I kind of let my silliness just fly on Instagram. So I'd say that's the best place to see like the artwork and I drop quotes and stuff for people, and it's super fun. I love doing that. And it's had a really good debut month so far. I mean, I've got like 100 orders. I'm in at least 8 bookstores now. And I'm on Barnes& and Noble website. I'm on bookshop.org, Books a Million, and then of course Amazon and Kindle. So all of those page reads and all of that is all like super important, and getting good ratings, and like better ratings is better visibility and stuff like that. But I'll be doing local bookstore signings here in Houston and at the end of April at Moss Rose Bookshop, which is in the Ironworks building in East Downtown. And then I'll be doing another one on May 16th in Galveston at Then and Now Bookshop. And then I'll be one of the authors at the Book Dragon Festival at Post HTX Houston, and that's on June 13th. And then I'm even getting wild with it, and I'm going to Florida to a bookstore in Panama City Beach. A friend invited me to do a signing with her, so I'm pretty excited because it's Panama City Beach. And yeah, that's
And
June.
what's that bookstore?
Era Bookstore, ERRA.
That's
And
amazing.
June 27th. But
You're doing great.
I'm keeping it. I'm trying to keep it chill this year. I'm just kind of keep it to kind of bookstores and stuff. And then I did apply to Shadows and Seduction in New Orleans for next March. So fingers crossed with that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's phenomenal. Like, look at you putting all the hard work. And wow, I promise I know English words.
Um, yeah, it takes a little bit of Delulu, and I just like I've worked so hard on it, and I believe in it so much. And then everyone has days where they're like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? Like, are you really cut out for this?" And then I get on there and I look at my every once in a while I'll peek at my reviews. Some authors have a policy where they don't look at them at all. I only look at the
Hmm.
5 star. I only look at the 5 star reviews. I've had glowing 4 star reviews though, I will say, but why they're not 5 stars, I don't know. Anywho, but I don't look at those just in case there's something in there that I'm like can't handle. And then I read those and I'm like, oh, okay, that's why, because you may have actually got something here that other people are really going to like, and people are really excited for book 2. And book 2 is going to be, just trust me when I say this, it's going to be wild. We've got the cliffhanger ending at the end of book 1, and then boom, we pick up 2 seconds later. And it's crazy, actually. The whole trilogy takes place in the course of like a year. So it's just like boom, 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 running the whole
That's
time.
amazing.
Yeah, you're just like hoofing it the whole time. So
And we love a book that can keep us on our toes.
yeah, no, I am priding myself on that. A lot of people are like, oh, I was not sleeping. Like there is no like down period where you're like, oh, what's going to happen next? This is kind of boring. When I got my beta readers involved for book 1, that was one of the things I was trying to struggle with, is like that lead up point to our climax. And then after their feedback, I was like, you're right, you're right, you're right. And I just went, and I changed the order of a bunch of things. And now it's just like, bam, 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 bam. So it's much better now.
I love that. If you could pick one character out of your book that was your top favorite, who would it be?
Well, so obviously the protagonist, Ada, because she's very real. Like we're not dealing with someone who's like, I am a big bad bitch and I can do everything and no one can stop me. Like she is at rock bottom when we meet her. And then her glow up is all processing grief and accepting love. And her being able to be the badass that she needs to be is that's fully required, right? But I would say top the second favorite is Taryn, because he is like our cinnamon roll with a tortured soul. And he is like a protector of the innocent, and just has this unconditional adoration for her. And they have been connected in their dreamscape since they were children, and they never knew it. They have never met each other. So when they do finally meet, sparks are flying. And third, top three, I'd probably say is Raven. And Raven is an acolyte cadet. He was raised in this super isolated, conditioned environment inside of the palace of Opeth, and the archangel that runs this whole show, the fallen angel that runs this whole show, Kamash, has trained these. She's groomed them into being these like cold-blooded warriors. And then he has this crazy event that happens to him where he's able to disconnect himself from that person and realize like my whole life was hijacked from me. My whole childhood was hijacked from me. And I'm pissed and I want to get it back. So he kind of his role is it becomes super important in the story. And then I'd say number four is our demigod, who is a wolf, and he was the
Mm-hmm.
commander of Hell's legions, and he was exiled too down to Astaran. So he's got kind of like a bratty kind of he's kind of a brat, you know. He's just like
We love brats.
yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
upset as to his lot in life, and he also wants to join forces to like take out the reason why he no longer has his throne. You know, he's upset by that. So him and Ada meet, and that he's gonna have a more of a role in the story too. But like as she goes throughout the story, she's basically just collecting more and more characters that are like, let's do this. It's time for someone to take a stand and do something, and now is better than ever. So
I absolutely love that. And wolves are freaking phenomenal. Who doesn't love them?
he does not talk with his mouth. For some people have a problem with that. Some people have problems with talking animals. I don't, but he talks to her in their dreamscape, because I don't want to give too much away, but it's her power starts in a certain place at the beginning of the book, and it's evolving. It's getting more deeper and more complex as the story goes along. So yeah,
I love that.
she's able to do crazy stuff by like the end of the first book, and then it just gets even wilder by book three.
I here for it. I seriously cannot wait to get further in. That sounded inappropriate.
No, it didn't.
Um, I threw my own self off. I love that so much. So I'm assuming you read too, not just write.
You know, I need to read more. Because I've just kind of shifted my focus into keeping the deadlines that I made for myself. I have not been reading as much, but I bought Brimstone, and because I loved Quicksilver, I love Callie Hart, and I really do want to finish it, but I haven't finished it. And I bought Stacia Stark's We Who Will Die. I'm excited for that one too. I've heard it's incredible. And I have A Touch of Golden Madness by Cale DeVore on my Kindle, ready to go. One of these days, I'm just gonna crack into it and just do it. I'm just when I do have free time, I'm trying to get as many words down as I can, and I'm editing too. I'm trying to get my alpha reader feedback for book two, and then I'll have it the copy line edit done sometime in the summer, and I'm really excited for the cover design for that one too. It's going to be wild.
You have so many things happening all at once.
Don't remind me.
I'm sorry. I was just like, how? That's amazing.
It's really fun though. It's like the passion project that I've always been looking for. I'm invested now. I'm invested, right? Like I
Well, we would hope so.
yeah. No, I'm invested, but this is not like a hobby. Like this is I'm actually trying to build something with this, and I am querying agents just because I don't believe in being a quitter, and I am a little insane. So even though it's probably a waste of my time to query this series, I'm still doing it because I just believe in it so much.
Listen, if you are not a little bit insane, then I think that you'd be a party pooper.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
not a party pooper.
insanity's fun.
I bring the
Like
party.
not insane, but insanity is fun.
Well, this feels a little insane. Being an author, like you have like all these voices and stuff in your head. I'm like doing the dishes and I'm thinking of like battle scenes. I'm like, oh, this person should be doing this. And even last night, right before bed, my daughter had woken up at 3, and then I get her back to bed, and then I'm laying there trying to get back to sleep, and I had this epiphany. I was like, oh, that's how I'm going to connect those things. And yeah, it does feel, you're going to feel a little batty. So
Well, okay, so I'm pretty convinced that authors just have imaginary friends and they've never outgrown them.
I don't remember having an imaginary friend when I was little.
What?
Yeah, I don't, if I did have one, I don't remember. But you know what
I
I
don't
would,
think you were left alone enough as a kid.
maybe not. But you do know
I'm so
what I've done though, throughout my whole life is I've monologued
Mhm.
to myself.
Mm.
I've
Yeah,
monologued.
it's an
I've
ADHD
like
thing.
I've had a character, or like I'm talking in one character and then the other character is responding, and we're having like a,
Mm.
like, you know, I'm watching too many dramatic movies or whatever, and I'm like reenacting a scene or something. Yeah, I've been doing that for a long time. So there's your sign. There's your first red flag. Something's up.
I really
Something's
like your red
wrong.
flags, so throw in
Thanks.
some more.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I have gotten really good feedback from other great red flag lovers too, so it works out.
They wait. They balance themselves.
I I don't know, like I can't imagine starting something and then not finishing it. So I'm like, I've got to go all the way. I've got to like go all the way, no matter where it ends. And it's really
Absolutely
great
should.
that there has been this. I mean, I know it's always been there, but it seems like it's really kind of taken up. It's taken root. Is this appreciation for indie books, and then people realizing too that a lot of indie books go trad. Like they started indie, and the trad publications don't change much. They change the cover. Sometimes they'll have like an editing refresh, but they don't change a lot of the main, you know, parts of the story that was all there to begin with, which just gives indie authors hope, you know, that like, oh well,
Mhm.
maybe my book can go mainstream too. But even if it doesn't, there's so many bookstores out there and accounts and people that are like, yeah, we love indie books just as much, and you can take risks that you can't take in trad pub a lot of the time too. So you
Mhm.
have more freedom. Just overall have more freedom. Of course, you got to pay for everything. There's that. And
There's
you can
that.
market everything yourself. And 9 times out of 10, if you are an author, your type of personality where marketing is very challenging to you. And it's challenging to me too, but I kind of enjoy content creation. Like I like making graphics and stuff like that. It does feel a little bit like a chore, um, and it takes away from writing time. But it's like a hustle. It's like that's like what you got to do. So I enjoy it. Luckily, like making things in general. It's like making little pieces of artwork to share with people. So I like that.
Well, that's phenomenal. Speaking of indie authors and trad, I think so many people um don't give indie authors the credit that they need, or that they oh my gosh, that they deserve, because honestly, some of my favorite books are from indie authors and they trump the trad publishers or the trad authors. Sorry.
And there's been many that I've discovered. Um, L.J. Andrews is a great example. Like her books were so popular indie that they got picked up with trad. So she was doing great. She was doing fine, and she did so well that she got the attention of agents and publishers, and that's what everyone hopes for. But you gotta treat it as a business and not a hobby in order to get there. Like you
Mhm.
have to have, if you don't hustle, you don't have views. If you don't have views, you don't have sales. And you don't have sales, you don't have reviews. And if you don't have reviews, no one's going to take a look at you. So getting reviews, if you're watching this, if you, even if it's, I mean, we all want 5 stars, but 4 stars and above is like better than no review at all. So, and some people would even argue 3 stars and above is better than no review at all, because it all shows companies like Amazon and stuff that you have credibility. La da 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 da. It's important. So if you read a book recently and you liked it, please review it for sure.
I think also that I've been hearing a lot about how some reviewers will not do 5 stars. Like their top is 4 stars. Why? Beats me.
Well, I
But,
mean,
you
if
know,
it's not a god tier book for you, and that is your 5 star category, that's fine. I mean that that's what it is. But a review is better than no review. Um, I've heard in circles too that like you can't really consider yourself a real author unless you've had a 1 star review, and I must not be one because I don't have one yet. But the day is young. There could be someone out there that reads this and like, this is garbage, and then just chucks the book away and then rates it 1 star. So the day is young. But yeah, being open to criticism and being open to like everyone having a different opinion about something you're super passionate about, like you have to kind of hold those and guard yourself. Really, you have to keep you have to emotionally regulate yourself and like don't look at all of it. Like, don't read your 3 star reviews. Just don't do it. Don't read your 1 star reviews. Just don't do it. You know what I mean? You have your vision. You've got, as long as you have a team of professionals around you that can give you feedback, you're fine. You've got other authors that are willing to alpha read for you, or if you've got great beta readers who've done it before, and then professional editors. That's a big one. They
mhm.
cost money for a reason. They provide so much feedback on your book, and it's so important to get the that feedback and that critique back. You're doing those things, you'll be swell. You'll be swell, even if it's not someone's cup of tea.
100%.
I mean, think of how silly it is for someone maybe to read my book, for example, and then not like, strangers to lovers or any of the violence, and they didn't check the trigger warning beforehand.
You know what's crazy to me is that people have certain genres that they don't want to read or certain tropes that they don't like, and then they still read it, and then they go leave the author a bad review. Like, why? Why are you picking a book you don't like or a trope you don't like and then go leave a bad review out of spite?
You're
Why?
preaching to the choir. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of spite in the world in general. Like, we don't need it as
We
authors.
really don't.
We already have enough criticism on ourselves, authors or creators of any kind. Like, we have enough criticism on ourselves, and then from like external stimuli like family and friends, they're like, oh, that's crazy, that's a risky thing you're doing. It's like, okay, I get it, Karen, I get it, it's risky, okay, like, but I love it and I'm passionate about it. So we have enough of that, like, to get it from
Yeah.
like an external, like, oh, I just and I'm gonna blow you up and make your day real bad, or then tag you in it. That hasn't
Yeah,
happened to
why?
me yet. That hasn't happened to me yet, but I've seen it. I've seen it done. I'm like, that is wild stuff. You tag someone in a 1 star and like a really negative review. That's a
It's
choice.
because they're attention seekers.
I think
I think
that's
it's rage bait at this point.
I
I
think it is
honestly think that is rage bait.
yes, I think it is. Yeah. They're like, oh, I
Yeah.
know a bunch of people are
And
gonna
honestly, fuck you guys and your stupid rage bait. Like at this point,
like go touch
like
some grass, go take a sip of
go
water, take
smoke
a
something.
stroll through the park, pet a dog.
Do you prefer your readers to interact with you when they love it, or do you prefer that just like, off your shoulder, thank you?
Oh, 1000% interact with me, please. just in the past few days, I got this a really great review on Instagram. She made a video and everything. Like I don't know what happened to the gram. That used to be a thing where people would do full videos talking about books, and it's not a thing anymore. They just put like, these are the books I read this month, and I get it. The algorithm doesn't like the long form stuff, which is a shame. But that, for her to take her time to do that for me was so special. And she just had nothing but glowing things to say about it. And that I repost, I share, I comment, I put to my story. Like all of that is super helpful feedback for people to be like, oh, that seems like something that I would like. Like it is, bring back the long form, bring back the I don't, as long as no one's is harassing me, I am all about like connecting with readers and getting to know them and talking with them. And I try to reach out to everybody that I can too. Like I try to respond back to everybody. If my brain and attention span and memory will allow for it. Yes. So all about the connection. That's what makes being an indie author so fun. Is like you can have those connections with people you may not otherwise have. And I love that aspect of it for sure.
Well, I'm really excited to be able to read book 2 when it comes out. And girl, you already got me hooked on those tropes.
Yeah. The cliffhangers are not going to stop. Maybe they'll stop at the end of book 3. They'll probably stop at the end of book 3. But yeah, there's all a purpose. There's a design. So I live for it. And people are like, I threw my book across the room. I'm like, yes, I love it. I really do.
Don't you wish you could be a fly on the wall when somebody actually throws your book? Get to witness that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm not like here to like break hearts or anybody, but I am here to like put you in suspense. So I'm not gonna probably kill any main characters off. But yeah, they're gonna be up shit creek without a paddle for sure. Until help comes along.
We love that. Love
Like
it.
sometimes you're in the mood for like a really cozy, like summer romance on the beach type of book. And then every once in a while you need like that. Okay, I'm done with the palate cleanser. Give me something raw and intense, and it's gonna make my heart speed up a little bit. Chasm of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
Chasm Dreams
That's
by
the one.
Dakoda.
That's right there. Boom, baby.
I really love that cover.
I know. I'm thinking of doing like a almost like a Fourth Wing style where all of the covers have like the similar design, but it's altered for each one. I just haven't
Mm-hmm.
figured out how I'm going to do it yet. But I'm sure Shay
It's
at Disturbed Valkyrie Designs would help me with that.
I love that. And like it's really sweet of you to also um shout out your cover designer because they honestly make your books pop. So
Oh yeah,
I think it's
me.
amazing.
I've had so many people that are like, I haven't even read the tropes. I haven't even read the synopsis. I'm going to buy off the cover alone. And I'm like, yes. And I'm pretty much the same way. Like the cover's got to really reach out to me, unless I know like that book's got clout and like it's got like really good reviews already. But yeah, the covers, people are very visual people, and I am very
Very.
visual. So yeah,
Hmm.
it's gotta be a banger for sure.
I love that. Thank you so much, Dakota, for coming on. And if you guys haven't downloaded her book or purchased it, please do. It is fantastic. I cannot wait for book 2 to be released. Dakota is down to earth and genuine. So honestly, she deserves the platform. And thank you, Dakota, for coming on and talking
Thank you
about
for having
Chasm
me.
Dreams.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me. This is really fun, and I'm looking forward to more opportunities to yap about it and meet readers in person. And I've got events going on this year, maybe more next year. So I'm just getting started. I'm really just getting started. It's very
You
fun.
really
It's
are.
very exciting.
It is definitely out there. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we end our podcast?
Everyone, take a break from the news cycle and just like go hang out with your friends. Like, just be like, hey, I want to get a coffee, or hey, I want to get a cocktail, or I want to take the dogs to the dog park, and just go do that. And don't talk about current events while you're doing it. Talk about fun stuff like getting your toes done or silly drawings your kids made or something like real life. It's right here. It's right in front of you. Don't miss out on it.
Go make connections.
Yes. Go make
That's
connections
an
in person.
important message.
In
Thank you,
person.
Dakota, for that.
We need it as people. We just do. Or that's how we were designed. So go out there and don't be shy.
You extroverts can have fun with that.
Well, if you have a lot of animals and or children and or family members all the way around you, then you're at your quota for socialization. I get that.
You're good.
But if you're feeling a little lonely and run down and you're like consumed by all of this toxic information that you're blasting into your brain all the time when you're scrolling, go get out away from it for a little bit and kind of recenter yourself just a little bit.
I think that was such an important message. Yep.
I have to
Thank
remind
you so
myself to
much.
do it too.
We all need the reminder. So thank you for giving us that little, very important reminder. Thank you, Dakota. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Maybe we'll do this again for book 2.
Absolutely, we will.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.